Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by if you're new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. My name's Crystal and today we're going to go through what we're going to do in 2022 to glow up. I feel like this is going to be a massive year for everybody. We have literally 2 years to make up for, and I have such good vibes coming into 2022 already. Like 2020 was one thing, but then having to go through it again in 2022 and basically like unpopular opinion, but basically going through all those lockdowns just to essentially have our government decide that we're all going to get the Rona anyway is quite disheartening. But you know what? We're not going to think about any of that. No negativity on this channel. It's all going to be positive vibes, and honestly, we are all going to have such an incredible year this year. I just know it. So let's go through these steps that I'm going to take in 2022 to really glow up and live my best life. And I hope you do too, and give me some of your tips if you have any. But before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I am now uploading every Tuesday and Saturday at 6 AM Melbourne time. I'm going to try and remain as consistent as possible with those uploads. But part of my resolution or goals for 2022 is to keep that consistency going, specifically with YouTube. I am pivoting my channel to be more a discussion channel versus just makeup and beauty, because I feel like that's so limiting. I have so many topics I want to talk about, and this one being the first one that I'm going to send out to you guys for 2022, I think is super fitting. So let's get into the video. I'll stop babbling and let's go. Okay, so first of all, let's get our fitness in order. I really think that for the past 2 years, a lot of us, even those who are fitness junkies, like, come on, let's get real, we've all fallen off the bandwagon a little bit. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've gained over 10 kilos in the last 2 years, and you know what, it really does impact my identity and self-image and how I feel about myself, and I feel pretty crappy. Like, let's get real. I don't fit into my clothes the way that I used to, and every single time I tried to get motivated to get out there and start getting back on the horse, I'd fall straight off after about 4 or 5 days, just because I was so exhausted. The anxiety was real. I had so many other things going on in the background that just like mentally were crippling, and that really did affect my consistency and dedication to fitness. So one of the things that I'm going to be glowing up this year is my self-image and also getting back into fitness. Now, I am doing the Kayla It's Seen As Bikini Body Challenge at the moment. When this goes live, I should be through week 1. So I started on the 1st of January. I am doing an extra workout this week to balance it all out, but I am so excited. I can already feel results. Like, I can't wait to see what happens at the end of the challenge, and I am feeling a whole new level of energy since I've started and remained consistent with the challenge. So I'm really hoping to lose around 10 kilos from the challenge, because that'll put me in a really good position. But at the same time, I'm not really restricting myself too much. So if I want to have a piece of chocolate, I'll have a piece of chocolate. It's all about moderation. When I was at my healthiest, my fittest, my strongest, my happiest, I'll have some photos on the screen of that point of my life. I'm pretty sure it was like January 2020. I didn't restrict myself from anything. Like, I ate bread, I ate like dairy, I had everything in moderation. I think that's the thing. If you have it in moderation, it's fine. I don't drink. It's just not really my thing. However, in saying that, when I get hyper stressed, which like has been a consistent thing since old Rona came along, I sometimes do have a drink now and then. So that's a lie. I do drink, but only when it's circumstantial. But this year, one of my resolutions is to stop drinking. Now, if you're somebody who does struggle with that, and much like myself, when they get very stressed, they may have a drink every now and then, maybe that can be one of your challenges this year, to try and reduce that to maybe once a week, or have 1 glass a week or something like that of wine, because that again is also going to impact your mental state, which is going to affect your physical state and where you are in the new year. So that's another one to think about. But moving into the next one, I really want to get into investing. So I have found a platform. I've done a little bit of research. I found a platform called Raize. It's an Australian app that you can use. It's super easy. You don't have to invest like tens of thousands of dollars. In saying that, obviously there's still risk with the money that you do invest, but honestly you can start with like $5. It's really not that much. And like, honestly, I used another person's code to get $5 to start off with, and then I added an extra $5 and I started with $10, and I literally put $25 in each month since then. And anything that I earn out of YouTube revenue, which is like honestly peanuts, but if I earn like $100 out of YouTube, which would be great, I will put that into this investment app. So I will have my code in the description box below. I highly recommend you get into investing as another avenue of passive income. Like, I'm really interested in having multiple incomes this year. I have discovered that despite the fact that I did a lot of training to get into human resources, it may not be for me long term. So I am looking at alternatives in terms of investment and being able to retire sooner and making my money work for me. So that's why I've decided to get the app Raize, and yeah, I'm gonna use that as something that I'm gonna build upon, and hopefully it'll turn into something bigger down the track. Obviously not in like 5 minutes. It's gonna take like years for it to kind of turn over really anything, and I am gonna have to keep on building it up. But I honestly think that a massive blow up this year is going to be investing in yourself financially and making your money work for you, which is actually going to move into my next point, which is kind of like my saying for the year. It's it kind of sounds a little bit cliche, but it's, what have you got to lose? So if you are unhappy in your job, if you are unhappy where you live, if you're unhappy in any environment, what have you got to lose if you change it? So for me, I'm not really one to give too much information about me out, but the most recent job that I was in, I did not enjoy. It was in human resources, specifically in an academic space, and it's just not for me. I'm more of a commercial girl. I like to be in a hustling, bustling office. I like to be working with lots of different clients, and I took this job last year, and it's just not been right for me. Not that I can't do it, it's just not been right for me. And I have made the choice to go back into a more corporate agency environment. That's where I started my career, and I have never really felt fulfilled since I left that kind of HR environment. So I have taken a chance to go back into that space, and when I was tossing up about leaving my really cushy pay, high super, all that sort of stuff, I was thinking to myself, am I making a mistake? But does my happiness come before money? Like, sometimes you've just got to tell yourself, what have you got to lose if you give it a shot? If it doesn't work out, you can always find another job. Like, it's no big deal. The world isn't going to stop turning, and we have to learn from trying different things. So what have you got to lose if you enter the market and you try to find a different job? If you try to, I don't know, anything. If you want to try and start a YouTube channel, if you've been wanting to start YouTube for ages, do it. I mean, like, you might not get like 100,000 subscribers in the first 5 minutes. I mean, look at me, I think I've only got like 1,500. But like, you do something that you enjoy and speak to people around the world and get your message out there. And like, what have you got to lose? So anything that you have wanted to do and you haven't because of whatever reason in the past, be it the pandemic, be it a fear of what other people will think, be it the lack of time, make time for yourself. There's actually a book out there called, I think it's called Atomic Habits, and it's all about stacking small things to improve yourself, to be a better version of you. Giving yourself an hour a day as like just a starting point really can do wonders for you down the track, be it like doing your exercise, be it looking at investments, be it looking at the market, getting your resume all sorted out. I am going to be doing a video on my channel in the coming weeks, which is going to be talking about how to optimize your resume. Coming from a recruiter, I've seen a lot of resumes and I know exactly what works. Every single time I've applied for a job, like, dare I say it, I have received at least a phone call. And the reason for that is because I feel like I've completely cracked the code in terms of a resume that's going to get a response. So I am going to reveal my secrets to you guys, secrets from a recruiter. So yeah, update that resume, update that LinkedIn profile, get your Seek profile out there, honestly connect with people, and like, take a step back and think to yourself, you've only got one life. If you knew that you were not going to be here in 2023, how would you live your life now? And I think that that is like the ultimate glow up mentality, would you do it if you knew you only had 1 year to live? And it's so morbid when you think about it like that, but would you still be in that job? Would you still be spending all your extra time sitting on the couch? Would you still be friends with this certain person? Is there a family member that is being really narcissistic to you that you don't want to deal with that situation anymore? What is it? What is your perfect life? Like, what is it that does it for you? And start making those steps and start making those changes to achieve that life. The next thing is going to be relationships. So if you have friendships that have fallen off during COVID, or friendships that haven't really served you anymore, I think it's a time in your life now to think about whether it is, like, the term that we use in recruitment is culture fit. But are you the right culture fit for your life at this point? Do you live in a city and really you actually want to live by the water? Are your friends really into things like Chanel handbags and going out to expensive dinners multiple times a week and not thinking about their investment future? Like, are you in the right cultural fit for you? And if you're not, I think it's time to start looking at your world and how that fits into the dream of your life that you want it to be, and taking those steps to go towards that. And like, honestly, this doesn't sound really stupid, but I feel like once you get your fitness and your health under control, everything else just kind of falls into place. Going for a walk or a run costs you nothing, but it can clear your mind, make you really prioritize what you really want out of life and how you're going to achieve those goals. So I really do think that looking at your relationships and thinking about whether that's the right fit for you. Do you want a dog? Like, is that the right fit for you? Like, find that cultural fit that you want to be a part of and really explore that. So for me, the world that I used to come from, so when I was living in the city in Melbourne, it was very hustle and bustle. Everybody had the latest Kook-Eye clothes, or everybody had a designer handbag. Everybody had really nice cars. They were staying in really nice apartments. Like, there was a lot of money showing, whereas I come from regional Victoria, and like, I don't mind getting dressed up. Like, the way that I am right now, this is like my max glam now. Like, if you go back to some of my old photos or videos and stuff like that, I used to spend like 2.5 hours getting ready to sit down and film with you guys. No way. I'm not living that life anymore. I don't have the time, and I want to get my content out there to you guys. And I just like, I honestly think that the full glam is gone. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. It's not really a thing. I will do a video on that as well, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that. But I honestly think that for me, I was in the wrong culture for me. Deep down inside, like, yes, I was a part of it, and like, I would buy the clothes and the this and the that, but really, I just wanted to come home. Like, I just wanted to be here. I just didn't want to have to worry about what people thought of me. I didn't want to feel like I had to be fake tanned every 5 minutes of the day. Like, it's just not my vibe. And now I do it because I want to do it, and that's the culture I want to be in. I want to do it for myself. I don't want to do it for anybody else. So I can see that I'm now starting to get really, really blabbery, and I'm not really sticking to the script that's in my head at all. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. Now, I think I touched on about 4 or 5 points about the glow up this year that I intend on taking. I really, really hope that you guys focus on yourself and put yourself first, no matter what. Doesn't matter what situation it is, put yourself first and make sure that 2022 is the year that you want it to be. Obviously safely, because there's still a lot of cases and stuff going around. I think Victoria's on a whole new tangent. No one wants to live here right now, and I mean, like, I don't want to go anywhere near Melbourne either, so I totally get it. But make sure you put yourself first. Give yourself a fitness challenge, get into investing, start looking at your relationships and whether they serve you. And honestly, the motto for this year is, what have you got to lose? Take a chance on you. Put yourself first, and let's have a ripper year. Before you leave, do not forget to subscribe. Remember, I do upload every Tuesday and Saturday at 6 AM Melbourne time. I would love to see you in my next video, because I'm going to have heaps of content coming your way. I'm so keen, and yeah, make sure you're on the journey with me. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next, and also do not forget to sign up to Raize and use my $5 discount code that is below in the description box as well. I will see you guys in my next video. Have a fabulous day, and I'll catch you around. Bye guys.